Now, the third site you can use to make your navigation menu buttons is ButtonGenerator.com. And I particularly like this site because you can make more than one button at a time. And also, if you're interested in doing rollover buttons, those are buttons that change their shape or their picture slightly when you move your mouse over them, then this is the site for you. So I've clicked on the link on Wikispaces and I'm now on their web page. And the first thing I need to make sure I do is click on Web Button Generator. So once I select Web Button Generator like that, I'm now going to make web buttons and not menu generators. That's very, very important. So that's step one done. On to step two. Now step two, it shows you members and free buttons. Well, we're not members, so we have to select only free buttons. And once we've done that, if we scroll down, you can see the range of buttons that you can choose, going all the way down from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages worth of buttons. Let's just scroll through and find a few, and you can see that they are there. Now I quite like that one there, and it's free until October the 20th. So how do I go about making my buttons? Well, I select Edit Button like this, and next, the next part of the generator, it says, do I want to use the easy form or the advanced form? Well, if you want to make more than one button at a time, then choose advanced form. Now, here we go. Next thing it asks me is, am I interested in doing what we call rollover buttons? So is my website going to have a button where when I move my mouse over it, it changes slightly? Well, mine is, so I'm going to select the different types of view. I've only got two. There's number one and there's number two. And there's a slight change in the buttons, as you'll see. So next, am I using them on a light background or a dark background? Well, my background is light. And now what I do is I type in the names of my web pages that I want to have. So home, sports, and games. There we go. They're the three labels for the three different web pages I'm going to have. I'm happy with that. I'm ready to go. I can now choose a different type of text font, and there's a whole range of text fonts to choose. And what I quite like here is you can see the style that it should look like. Well, I'm quite happy with well-grounded. The font size looks okay. My writing's in the middle of the page. Yep. I could change the type of the color of my text. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with all those features. Now, I want to make all my buttons the same width. Again, I think that's quite important to have buttons the same width, particularly if you've got font that's slightly different size too. If not, then you can untick that. If you do want the buttons to be the same width, then they will automatically make the best width for you, or you can type in a number you want. When you're happy, press click here to generate your button, and your buttons will appear here, and you can see there are your three sets of buttons, slightly purpley, slightly blue. So the next thing to do is to save these images. So because I've got two sets of images, I'm going to save these ones as home 1, sports 1, and games 1, and these ones as home 2, sports 2, and games 2. So how do I do it? Well, I'm on my Mac, so it's slightly different from yours, but you would right click and select save image, and I'm going to call this one home 1 like this and press save, and then I can carry on doing the same thing again. So save image as, I'm going to call that sports 1, and so on and so forth. So what does my button look like on my page? Well, let me just show you in a second. So flicking over to my web page, and there you go. There is my home button. Now, currently it's just that color because I haven't yet written the code to make what's called a rollover image. And if you want to do that, then go and have a look later on at how to do that on the wiki page. So that's how to use Button Generator and how to make multiple buttons for your web page navigation menu.